And this was on our trip to Georgia when we were going to see the family.
Yeah.
And you were kind of breaking it down for me about how not to have such high expectations. Would you mind telling that story?
Yeah, bro. Not at all. Part of the reason I was sharing that was because, wow, when it happened to me, like it opened up my eyes. But, anyway, when I was younger, I had a friend, and we're still friends. That's part of uh, managing relationships, right?
Yes. Yes.
But, at the time, my expectations of where I was as a friend to him weren't the same as how I was shown. So, we just did so many things together, talking about from hooping to just hanging out, you know, eating together and just being with families and so that it comes that time in every young man's life where they meet that, their special little honey. And
For
that's what
sure.
happened with my friend. And I was excited for him. And when it came down to when he was about to get married, and I was expecting, here's that word.
That word. Oh.
Yeah, I was expecting to be one of his groomsmen. Yeah, and he came to me with like a story of why I wasn't chosen as one of his groomsmen, and this was many years ago. So,
Wow.
man, the story wasn't carrying much weight because I had this high expectation of our relationship. And while, it's almost like, you see on TV or cartoons, that conversation started turning into wah, 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 wah. And I'm like,
Right.
what's going on? Am I in the Twilight Zone or something? And so that affected me as a young man, as a young black man, um, because, you know, growing up, Tim, where we grew up, there are already so many adversities that we had to deal with and overcome.
Tomorrow in Winston-Salem, there will be mostly
Absolutely.
sunny weather with a high of 87 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 64 degrees.
So, anyway, getting back to the story, yeah, it really affected me. And I had to just kind of take a back seat as far as where I was expecting myself to go from this situation in the relationship. So yeah, it was kind of difficult for me to navigate because it had never happened to me before,
Right.
and I had these high expectations of our relationship, and so when it hit me hard.
Yeah.
So that's why I was sharing that truth with you because, when you have these expectations and they aren't met the way that we think they should be, it can really kind of destroy you, right?
Man. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Yeah. So that's how it went down with me. But
Yeah.
again, it did teach me a real valuable lesson.
Mm, mm.